You see the text, boys. It's back. The parlay fillet. We've seen the comments. We're getting the messages. We were due for an absolute sizzler right here, and this one is a steamy fillet. Figueredo smoked Benes Sleepez. It's the first leg of this fillet. God of War coming in versus Alex Perez. Perez is tough. I'm a fan, but tell me why God of War is just on such a different level. The second leg of this parlay fillet is an obvious one. So why is this first one such juicy beef?
Yeah, let's just start with, the first slab of beef, the God of War. I mean, he's just on such another level. I mean, he did it not once, but twice. Destroyed Benes Sleepez. Joseph, he's got one of those, legendary wins over the great Triple C or C4 potentially, but Alex Perez, I do not think is ready. I mean, he got bodied by Benes Sleepez, and then God of War bodied Benes Sleepez. I know MMA math usually doesn't matter, but I still think the God of War is on a whole other level. I think he's going to smash this guy. I mean, Perez, he's very high level, probably definitely the best contender to challenge for the belt, but I just don't see him getting it done anyway, anyhow.
How do you think it's going to get done? Do you see this playing out on the feet, or is this thing going to hit the mat? And is this going to be another submission? Because one aspect of this fight that I think is interesting is Alex Perez has those heavy leg kicks. And I'm curious as to if that going to at all stifle the stand-up of God of War, or is this going to be just a takedown smash fest? If you were playing the finish perhaps individually, how do you see God of War getting this done for sure? Or is it just a finish nonetheless?
Finish nonetheless. But if I'm gonna put, a little sauce small bet to I would throw it on honestly, a TKO or submission. I think it's gonna be early. I would favor more of the TKO, to be honest. Kind of like Tapology. Looks like 93% are going with the God of War. Majority are going with the TKO. But of course, we've seen him sleep people with his submission skills. He is no joke there. So that's definitely an option. I would more put a little sauce money on a finish more than which one he gets done, because he's going to get it done no matter what, I think.
I'm with you 100% on that one. Deus da Guerra, aka God of War, is for sure getting that one done. The second leg, it's an obvious one. The odds aren't that juicy, minus 1100, and they're only getting wider. But Shevchenko is an absolute lock against Jennifer Maia. I know Maia's coming in saying that she's going to present different challenges for Shevchenko, but if we're being truthful in this, Shevchenko has three losses. One is a cut stoppage very early in her career, and the next two were razor thin decisions versus the GOAT, Amanda Nunes. So, and she's gunning for a third opportunity to fight the Lioness on that one, but there's no chance that Maia is going to win this fight. Maybe she makes it a little bit interesting for a half second, but I see Bullet just absolutely imposing her will wherever this fight goes. If Jennifer Maia wants to make this a BJJ fest, I think Shevchenko even embarrasses her there. So what are your thoughts on Shevchenko? We probably don't even need to mention it, but why do you see her as just the juiciest beef for the second leg of the fillet?
I mean, if there's ever been a more of a meat lock, it's gonna be her. I mean, she's literally GOAT part two. She's right under Nunes, and the only reason why she's not the GOAT is because Nunes obviously has taken those two W's from her. And I mean, probably the most competitive too, right? She's probably given the GOAT the hardest trouble. So that just speaks, a volume of itself. And Maya, I don't feel like she's ever come across anyone of the Bullet's caliber of fighting. I don't think anyone in that division, except for people that have fought her and lost to her. And I see her getting absolutely outclassed, outstrengthened, outgrappled, outstruck, everything. She's going to maul Maya really bad.
I'm with you 100%. We're chilling in the green, plenty of veggies here, and we're at a 325.11 lifetime off a 200 initial. So on this, we're throwing down 65.11. It's getting a net 28.38 at minus 1300 Shevchenko and minus 300 God of War odds. It should be an absolute parlay fillet. So take it to the grill and get the bill.